guys, so I'm hanging out here with Sean. If you don't know him, he is the founder of Flow Toys here in Berkeley, California. He and his wife Prisna have created these delightful glow poi that I have been a huge fan of and gigging with now for a couple years. So stopped by after Burning Man the Tahoe Flow Festival to play around with a little bit of leash and handle action, because male cold color handles were running into some issues, not the least of which being that the bastards tend to chafe, and also, as many of you guys who tried to duplicate this design know, you need to basically have two lengths in order to get the strength you need not to have them break. So we spent the afternoon here kind of playing around with different handle designs and everything, and we wanted to kind of take you guys through the solution because it's cool and you guys will be able to do this at home very soon. So, Sean.
First of all, Flow Arts Festival in Tahoe was amazing. That was so beautiful.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Just all the people out here for Burning Man going right to that afterwards, and just so much energy and such a beautiful venue and the lake and everything.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I also want to just make a couple of notes on this setup with a double cord. Another thing that you had mentioned is that they tend to open up.
Yeah, exactly.
And things get caught in them, hands, other poi heads and stuff. And I feel like with our parachute cord, we do a double cord system, and it stays together a little bit better than the cold cord does because it's thinner and stiffer. Mm-hmm. But just doing the double cord with a thinner cord makes it feel softer and thicker. You know, it's got that. It just adds a little more body to it as well. Yeah. Which, when we started doing the flow cord testing, we had all different thicknesses, and this was what the majority preferred. Mm-hmm. And I think it was just that. You know, just thicker enough that it feels good and has enough heft and grip with just one cord.
Totally.
And
so, for those of you guys watching at home, this is like I guesstimate it's like 4, maybe 5 millimeter thick. It feels a little like cold cord. It's got some stretch to it, but
yeah, just
it's
a little bit of bounce. Yeah. It locks out, like it stretches a tiny bit and then stops kind of dead, which people have said is a really great thing.
Totally.
So yeah, when I was at the Tahoe Flow Arts Festival, I was kind of going around asking everyone, what's your favorite poi or grip? How do you use it? How do you tend to hold it? What other things do you do with it? And what do you think of this, of course? And you're using knobs on the ends of yours. Yeah. And, you know, which is just awesome. It just enables you to just grab it and grip it and do tosses and stuff. And the combination of the knob with basically, in that case it was double cold cord. Right. And then we tried single flow cord, and also tried the actual flow loop handle, which is so soft that you can actually squeeze it into the hole of the PX3 knob,
which is really helpful.
And then the kind of conundrum was like, how do we stop it from pulling back out again? Mm-hmm. And tying a knot shortened it up too much, and also was kind of cumbersome, and putting a zip tie on it seemed like not the best solution. And you've got these two washers in here, which I assume you put in for weight?
Yeah, totally.
Because before you had a good solid knot.
Yeah, the cold cord just had so little weight to it that it turned out to be necessary to keep it from fishtailing too bad.
So with the two washers that were in there, I was trying to figure out, or we tried looping it through and doing like a hitch knot around it, and
this was a really cool figure out, by the way.
Thanks. Yeah. I felt like there must be some way. What if we just stuck like a little, I was thinking like a little twig or something. You know, what about just a little chunk of something, and then there was this washer in my finger while I was like just envisioning some object to put in here, and thought, well, would this stay? Would it not just pop out? And indeed. Don't know how well you can see that from there, but
yeah. It's essentially like a little washer sandwich.
Which actually, we've got, look at that, just stays.
Yeah, totally. It even just stays just like that. Like the cord comes up through the first washer, and then the second one you actually stick the second washer through. So when you pull it on through, you actually like have a loop going over the second washer, and you have both there for weight. And you know, strangely enough, I wouldn't have figured this one, but it holds beautifully. You guys probably can't see it, but it's stopped up right nice inside of it.
It covers most of the washer, and we tried to mess it up. We like pushed it to the side and did a really crappy job of putting it in. Yeah. And it's still, if it holds at all, it just holds. It locks in there really nicely.
Yeah.
So having the washers being the right size and all,
Yeah, and it's
critical.
Great because it works too with these furniture feet that I use on my fire sets and also on these Glowpoi right here. So it's a perfect setup for both. And overall, I really love this cord too because the cold cord here, as I mentioned before, tends to fishtail really badly when you're doing contact tricks. But this stuff, when you catch it in cradle, it's substantial enough that it actually does feel a little bit like rope when you nail the catch. And so it's a nice kind of middle ground between the, like, it's not really there cold cord and like a thicker rope, like a 6 or 7 millimeter one like you'd find on one from Home of Poi. But yeah, it feels really nice on these.
Nice. Incidentally, then you can also undo this. You can just kind of pick it out and
sure.
pop the washers out if you want to not use the knobs for a while and just have it, attached to your fingers. And also, initially we had, designing a way to put a swivel on a flow light handle, because flow lights often make great handles. We had previously had little loops with swivels on them that were basically like a finger loop, but again, with the flow loops being so soft and flexible, you can actually just loop those onto a light. So I'm pretty thrilled with this design because it means that with just the basic loop, you can then attach a variety of different handles and still maintain the original function of the loop as well.
Yeah. So it's minimal changes to something that you guys are going to be selling, hopefully by the time this video comes out. Yeah.
Yeah, better be. Otherwise, I'm going to get too many emails, man. You better not release this when it's available. Cool. It'll be soon.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys can get on flowtoys.com and go ahead and buy these, and they'll work out both on your Glowpoi and on your contact poi, as you see here.
And I hope to be offering these at that time or shortly thereafter as well. Just gotta.
That's great.
Find wholesale supply and some good washers and.
Perfect.
Should be good to go. I'm so glad you came out here, man.
Yeah, me too. It's been fun. We've had a good afternoon working on this, so
yeah.
Cool. Thanks so much, Sean. I really appreciate you doing this one with me here.
You bet.
Awesome.
Ciao.
Peace, guys.